Trump just revealed his new investigation that will bury crooked Hillary, and the media wants it gone. President Trump has always been vocal when it comes to the long-standing issue of voter fraud. But now he's put together an unbelievable bipartisan group to find the real truth in all past and future elections. President Trump speaks at inaugural Voter Fraud Commission meeting 7.
Thank you very much. Please be seated. Mr. Vice President, distinguished guests and members of the media, I'm honored to welcome you here today as the bipartisan Presidential Advisory Commission on Election Integrity prepares to conduct its first official meeting. Very, very important. This commission is tasked with the sacred duty of upholding the integrity of the ballot box and the principle of one citizen, one vote. Every time voter fraud occurs, it cancels out the vote of a lawful citizen and undermines democracy. Can't let that happen. Any form of illegal or fraudulent voting, whether by non-citizens or the deceased, and any form of voter suppression or intimidation must be stopped. I'm pleased that more than 30 states have already agreed to share the information with the Commission, and the other states, that information will be forthcoming. If any state does not want to share this information, one has to wonder what they're worried about. And I asked the Vice President, I asked the Commission, what are they worried about? There's something. There always is. This issue is very important to me because throughout the campaign, and even after, people would come up to me and express their concerns about voter inconsistencies and irregularities which they saw. In some cases having to do with very large numbers of people in certain states. All public officials have a profound responsibility to protect the integrity of the vote. We have no choice. We want to make America great again. We have to protect the integrity of the vote and our voters. This is not a Democrat or a Republican issue. It's an American issue. It's about the concern of so many Americans that improper voting has taken place and canceling out the votes of lawful American citizens. That is why President Theodore Roosevelt once said, "It is the affair of every honest voter, wherever born, to see that no fraudulent voting is allowed anywhere." I want to thank Vice President Pence for chairing the commission. I also want to thank Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach for serving as vice chair. It's going to be a lot of work. They're going to work very hard over a fairly short period of time, and I want to thank you both very much, Chris, Mike. This is a bipartisan panel consisting of both Republican and Democratic leaders and experts on voter integrity. I would like to personally thank each of our panel members for serving. Really do appreciate it. In addition to the chair and vice chair, this distinguished bipartisan panel includes Indiana Secretary of State Connie Lawson. Thank you. New Hampshire Secretary of State Bill Gardner. Thank you. Maine Secretary of State Matthew Dunlop. Former Ohio Secretary of State Ken Blackwell. Election Assistance Commissioner Christy McCormick. Former Arkansas State Representative David Dunn. Thank you, David. Wood County, West Virginia Clerk Mark Rhodes. Heritage Foundation Senior Legal Fellow and Manager of the Election Law Reform Initiative, a real expert, Hans von Spakovsky. President and General Counsel of the Public Interest Legal Foundation, great group, J. Christian Adams. and Jefferson County, Alabama probate judge Alan King. Thank you. Thank you very much. Each of you has been entrusted with the great responsibility of helping to advance the cause of fair, honest, and lawful elections. Your work will help protect our democracy. This will be a very transparent process. It's going to be very open for everybody to see. You will approach this important task with a very open mind and with no conclusions already drawn. You will fairly and objectively follow the facts wherever they may lead. I look forward to the findings and recommendations your report will produce, and I share your report as soon as I can and as soon as possible with the American people, so the full truth will be known and exposed if necessary in the light of day. We call on every state to give its full support and total cooperation in this effort. Most of them have really done brilliantly, and we appreciate it, and the rest, all of that information will be forthcoming. Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Thank you, and Chris, thank you. Panel, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Do a great job. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
President Trump kicked off the first meeting of his voter fraud commission with a bang Wednesday, speaking boldly on election integrity. American voters are obviously not far removed from the 2016 presidential election that has mired in questions and controversy. Most notable are the concerns that Democrats managed to wrangle millions of illegal votes, allowing Hillary to win the popular vote but lose the Electoral College by a substantial margin, I would say a landslide. President Trump didn't pull any punches and called the commission's work a sacred duty, and said he hopes its findings will give way to the full truth. Absolutely. Every time voter fraud occurs, it cancels out the vote of a lawful citizen and undermines democracy. He continued at the meeting in the Eisenhower Executive Office building. Can't let that happen. Any form of illegal or fraudulent voting, whether by non-citizens or the deceased, and any form of voter suppression or intimidation must be stopped. The Election Integrity Commission is chaired by Vice President Mike Pence, who also defended the bipartisan nature of the commission, arguing that election integrity transcends party lines. This bipartisan group will perform a truly nonpartisan service to the American people, he said. This commission has no preconceived notion or preordained results. We are fact finders. President Trump said the country has no choice but to investigate the election process, and specifically called out states that have refused to send the voter information. If any state does not want to share this information, one has to wonder what they are worried about. He asked, "There's something. There always is." And you can be sure it's the Democratic places that are not allowing the vote. But President Trump was clear this initiative is not solely being used to smoke out Hillary and her confidants. This commission was formed to hold everyone accountable. We have no choice. We want to make America great again, Trump said. We have to protect the integrity of the vote and our voters. This is not a Democrat or Republican issue. It's an American issue. It's about the concern of so many Americans that improper voting has taken place and is canceling out the votes of lawful American citizens. Absolutely. And Obama was up there saying, "Oh no, if you're in the country, you can vote. Doesn't matter if you're not a citizen, and we're not going to arrest you." They got people to vote 10 times. They got people. And also, how about the voting machines that are Soros rigged, you know? Of course they don't want to check. The Democrats are scared. That's why they said, Hillary said to them after that interview, she says, oh, our head is going to be, we're going to be hanging from a noose, she said, if this guy wins. Yes, that is what's taking place. It is a long process, but we will get through it. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching.